Oh, hey guys. Hadn't seen you guys in a while. What is up, beautiful people? TJ here with another episode. I know I haven't been here in a while. We've been taking a little bit of time off. Y'all know how we do. We come back stronger and harder, and that's what we're gonna do. So we're back. So today, don't really have a plan of what I'm gonna do. I've got a lot of stuff that I need to do because like I said, we have taken a break both from YouTube and reselling just to kind of refresh, recharge, and we're trying to get back. So one of the big things that I want to do is restructure our store. You've seen us go through our inventory a multitude of times, but I'm really trying to get some stability in how we are selling stuff, not only at our store, but also in our online store. So we're going to take down our eBay store and just do a complete recharge of everything. Now, I don't know exactly how I'm going to do that yet because it's not really easy to take it down. But I do have an idea of what I think I'm going to be able to do just to kind of get back to where I need to be. So we haven't really been listing a lot on our eBay store, just to be honest. And that's really one of the things that we always kind of preach is, hey, you need to make sure you're active with your listings. You're doing as much as you can to make sure that you have your listings that you want to have on your store, and you're also relisting your items that you have on your store. You shouldn't really have to do that, but that's just kind of one of the things you got to do on eBay just to make sure your store is active and stuff like that. So I think what my plan is, I have two agendas. Why do I have one finger up? I've got two agendas. The first agenda is to make sure our store, our physical store that we have here in Chattanooga is store friendly. So I want to make sure that people can come in and buy stuff at our store. With the online inventory, it's kind of hard because people rummage through your stuff, move stuff from different bins and totes that you have them in. So it's a lot harder to do that. And so my plan is to try to find a way to have the best of both worlds. So I want to have our physical store and also want to have our online store, but some kind of way they need to be merged to where if I sell something on the physical store or at the physical store, I can take it offline pretty easily. And I think I came up with a pretty decent way to be able to do that. So the first thing that I want to do is I want to work on the physical inventory that we have inside of our store. So right now we have maybe 1,000 or so, maybe a little bit over 1,000 items, which is a lot of items. It's a lot of stuff that we're going to have to kind of go through and make sure that we have the right infrastructure for. And the first thing I want to do is I'm going to take these little bitty labels, and they're labeled from 1 to 1,000, so 001 through 1,000. And I'm going to put those labels on each item. Now that's going to take a long time. That's not going to be like a super easy thing. It's not going to be something that's I'm going to be able to do in a couple hours. It's going to take a couple days to actually get that done. But this is going to help me with identifying each individual item that we have, and then I can put that into our Square software. So at our store, the POS system that we use is the Square system. So that's just like, the little Square terminal. We've made a couple videos about the Square terminal and why we like the Square terminal. If you want to see those videos, you can see those in the playlist. I put a playlist up here at the top where you can see those. But Square is really good for inventory management, but it's also good for sales at your store, obviously, because it's a point of sale system. So my plan is to kind of take it down to the basics and not overthink it, because I was thinking of doing barcodes and SKU numbers and scanning the UPCs and putting in all the different titles of each individual thing. But I don't think that we need that at the store because we have so many unique items. We don't have a lot of multiples, so I would literally have to input 1,000 titles, which would take an enormous amount of time, and I don't have time to, I really want to fast track this kind of getting back on and getting back out there and getting back to what we're doing. And I think one of the things that I have to do is dumb it down to where it's simple and easy. So this is the way that I plan on doing that. Each individual item number, so let's just start with 001, is going to be associated with a particular item. It doesn't matter what that item is. The only thing that I need to put in the Square system is the item, the number of the item, so 001, and then I will need to put in whatever price I want to price that at the store. Now our eBay store, I'm going to leave the eBay store as is. I've turned it off to where people can't buy new stuff while we're doing this, this kind of change. But what I'm doing is we've already got everything in our eBay store inside of the bins. So, you know, we have bin 1, bin 2, bin 3, and then we also have a tote system where we have tote 1, tote 2, tote 3. So all I have to do now to kind of go through this inventory is go to eBay. I pull up all of our listings, and then in the custom SKU, I just type in bin 1, and it pulls up all the items that are in bin 1. I take the tote that is bin 1. I go through and I put the labels on each and every one of those items. That helps me two ways. It helps me with labeling the items, but also it lets me reaffirm the inventory that we have, because we have had a couple times where we couldn't find stuff, and that is frustrating when you can't find the items, especially when you know that you had them. So we have had a couple instances where we couldn't find stuff. So I think going through the inventory and kind of reaffirming what we already have and seeing the gaps, I think that's going to be huge for us in terms of getting organized and kind of getting back out there. On the first two totes, or the first two bins, bin number 1, bin number 2, I found about 15 items that weren't even listed. So I would encourage you all to kind of go through your inventory and kind of share up your inventory every now and again to make sure that your eBay store hasn't deleted, or, you know, there's so many things that can happen that can take an item off of your store. You could get a Vero claim, you know, an email, maybe you didn't see the email for the Vero and they took your item down, and you think that it's listed, but it's not. Also, somebody could purchase an item and not pay for it, and you didn't relist it, so that item now is in your bin, but it's not listed, you know, it's unlisted. Or some kind of way, when you listed the item, you only listed it for 30 days, and now the item time has expired, so now it's unlisted because it didn't sell, but it's still, you know, you still may think that it's in there and that it's on your eBay store, but it's not. So definitely go through and share up your inventory every now and again, just to make sure that everything is where it's supposed to be and it is listed and the quantity is right and all those different things, because sometimes eBay does make mistakes, even though they won't admit it, and even though there's not necessarily like proof of it. I have seen where they have oversold items. You know, we had 2 listed, we only ever had 2, however they allowed somebody to buy 3 of them, you know, so those things do happen. Just make sure that you have your inventory, your numbers, you know, you have a good grip on your numbers. So I'm going to be going through today, getting some more totes. I already went through bin number 1 through 5. I'm gonna go ahead and get 6 through 10 and work through that today. That's going to be my goal today. I'm going to at least try to get 5 to 6 bins done a day. I believe we have 30, I want to say we have 30 bins, so, you know, you can calculate there. And April's going to jump in and help me over the weekend, so we should be able to kind of bulk up our production of getting these items labeled. So now I'm gonna let you know what I'm gonna do after we get the items labeled. Okay, I'm watching Ella, her 1,000 subscriber countdown, or 1,000 subscriber celebration. So shout out to Ella. Ella's always been like a huge supporter of this channel and me and April and our endeavors and everything that we do. So I appreciate and love Ella. Definitely go give her a follow. If you're not following her, I will put a link to her channel in the description below, so y'all can check out her channel, because she's so lovely. So once I get all of the labels on each of the items and I have them inputted into the Square system actually allows you to have an inventory database, and that's going to be easy to kind of manipulate, and I'll show you that here in just a minute exactly what I'm talking about. But basically, you have an Excel spreadsheet and you put all of your items on there, and you can add in titles, you can add in, there's a bunch of information you can add in. I just choose not to add in all the information because I don't think I need it for the operation that we have. But once I get everything inputted into the Square system, I'll be able to go in and manipulate all of the prices. So what I've been doing is, you know, very basic and easy, but I printed out all of my items that we have listed on our eBay store. I put the number next to the item, that way, you know, I know what number is associated with what item. And I'll just keep this hard copy because it's not going to change very much unless we sell something. But until we get done with this process of getting everything into the computer. So once everything is into the computer, it's not going to know exactly which item is which. However, I'm going to go through and price all the items inside of the Square, so that, you know, item number 64, I have it listed for $30 on eBay, and our store we may list it for $15 or $10 or something like that. And so item number 64 is $10. So if somebody comes to the store and they pick out item number 64 out of the bins, and I say, you know, I say, how much is this right here? And I say, oh, okay, I can go to the computer, I can type in 64, it will pull up $10 and let me know if that item is $10. So if somebody purchases the item, so basically, if somebody comes into the store and purchases 5 items, let's just say they purchase item 1 through 5, whatever those items are, I can go in at the end of the day and pull my sales report, and I'll see, okay, item 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 sold. Now I can go on eBay and remove items 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 from our store. Now, I will have to do some extra work on the eBay side to make sure that I associate the number with the item. So I haven't really thought through how I'm going to do that, but I'm thinking what I can do is moving forward, whenever I list the items, I'll just go ahead and put the number associated that I've associated with it for my store. I put that in the eBay listing somewhere, and it won't be in the custom SKU because the custom SKU, I have it refined to just the bin numbers, and I think that works very well. So I'm gonna find another place that I can put that, and it may just be A in the title or B in the description. I can put that somewhere where I know exactly which item is which. And I'll be able to, you know, kind of go through and see which item is in which bin, because I can put that information in the Square system. So I've talked a lot about the Square system. Let's get over to the computer and look at the Square system so you can kind of see a visualization of what I'm talking about. Okay, so I'm gonna give y'all a visualization of kind of what the hell I'm talking about, because I've done a lot of babbling, but y'all don't know probably what I'm talking about. So this right here is the Square terminal on my computer, so it looks a lot different and it has a better UI in my opinion on the iPad in the store, but I'm gonna show you just on the computer what this actually looks like. So this is basically the inventory. So right now I have all of the items 1 through, I think I put like 1 through 150 just for now, but you know, as we go on, those numbers are going to be filled up. But what I did was on my spreadsheet, which I'll show you here in just a minute, I was able to put each individual item number, and then I went in and I priced each item. So it makes it very easy because you can do this on a spreadsheet, because spreadsheets are just easy. If you did do this on the website, you would have to click on each individual item, open up a new screen, type in a number, and then save it and close it. So it's just too many extra clicks when you can just do it all on your spreadsheet and import it into Square. So Square allows you to update your listings via an Excel spreadsheet, or you can just replace your whole inventory with the spreadsheet. So I will always just replace my whole inventory with the spreadsheet, because the spreadsheet is going to have the most up-to-date information. So just to make this a lot easier, what I did was, so I ended up making a Google Sheets thing. So Google Sheets is essentially like Excel, and it makes it easy to share. So me and April can work on this at the same time, or you know, she can work on it when she's at home or when she's at the store, wherever. It's very mobile. You can pull it up on your cell phone, you can pull it up on the iPad, you can pull it up on the desktop, and you can go and work on the inventory. So when I'm in the store and I'm actually working on the inventory at the bins, I can just have the iPad and I can go through and put the labels and the prices as I'm putting the labels on. So doing this from home is a little bit different, because I have to, you know, take the items here, I have to pull them all out of the bins, put the labels on, then come onto the computer and type it in, when it could be a lot easier. So putting it on Google Sheets, I think, is going to be a game changer in terms of keeping up with the inventory and making sure that everything is up to date as possible. So right here you can see I just got very simply, you know, 1 through whatever number I get to. So right now I got through item number 67. So the first column is the item name. Like I said, I just put numbers. I didn't put the actual title of the items. Now, if you wanted to go in and add these titles, you could do it. It would just take you, you know, a little bit more time. And you can honestly, you could probably just go into eBay and copy and paste them in here. But like I said, it's going to take a lot more time. And I don't really see the value in doing that, because if somebody is bringing you an item that you have in store and you just want to know how much that item is, you just type in the item number, because that takes over it doesn't matter what the item name is, it just matters what the item number is, and that number correlates to a price inside of your Square system. So if we go through and we look at like item number 10 here, which is $7, where that number comes from is if you go over here to item number 10 on our list, it is $7. So each individual item has its own number, and that number is associated with the price. Now, where I'm going to run into a problem right now is whenever I'm updating my eBay inventory. So people come to the store and let's just say they go through the bins and they purchase item number 15 and 16. Right now, it will say they purchased item 15 and 16, but there's no way for me to know what item number 15 and 16 is. So like I said, I am going to have to go through on my eBay listings and figure out where I'm going to put this hidden number inside of the listing so I know which items to pull. And what I'm thinking that I probably will do is I'll just go through and do inventory of what's in the bin. So I'll take my paper copy. It can be, you know, this doesn't have to be paper. I just print it off because it's easier for me to print it off and mark it up. But you can just pull this up on eBay and physically look and see, okay, you know, in bin number 1, I've got 15 items. You know, but right now it looks like item number 5, number 3, number 2 has been sold. So I can see what those items are on this piece of paper, you know. So keeping hard copies may be the best way for me to do that. But, you know, I'm not a hard copy type of guy. I really like to have like electronic digital ways to do that. So I'm going to figure that out. This is like a growing process. This is a process we're going to be going through for the next month or so, just getting everything organized and kind of reopening our store and kind of reinvigorating how we imagine our reselling business. So I did want to leave you guys on a positive note. Definitely always kind of do checks and balances on your life. And if things aren't going the way that you want them to go, you know, it's okay to take a step back and kind of reframe or refocus your mind on how those things need to go. You know, make sure you're taking the time to get back to the basics. You don't always have to be the best at everything. You don't always have to succeed in everything, because that's just not life. That's not reality. I think a lot of times we see things on the internet and we're like, oh yeah, we can go do that. We can make this happen. And it's not always the case. I always tell people, I go back to a quote from India Irie, you know, be hopeful about the opportunity. You know, think about how good the opportunity could be for you. Think about how you can be the best at that opportunity, but don't wrap your heart around the outcome, because things aren't always going to go the way that you think they're going to go. And sometimes you have to just take a step back, reframe, refocus, and reimagine what you want that thing to be. And, you know, just take your time and have fun. You know, everything is not always so serious. I'm a pretty free guy with trying to, you know, try different businesses and you know, being an entrepreneur in general. I'm pretty liberal in that aspect. So I don't really get upset when things don't kind of go my way. It's just, you know, it's just part of the business. It's just how it is sometimes. So I'm going to get over here to the store. I've got a lot of work to get done today. This won't be the last video that I make, because we're going to be going through, like I said, this process. So I expect to be making videos all weekend. Also, we have an unboxing that's going to come out tomorrow. So I'm just gonna go ahead and release this video today because it's not gonna take that much to edit, which is great. So today's Friday. Tomorrow, Saturday, we will have an unboxing that's gonna come out. That's gonna be a restock box, brand new stuff. Really like those boxes. And then, yeah, we're just gonna get back to the basics and do what we know, do what we enjoy doing, and not necessarily be so focused on, you know, how the things perform or how things are reciprocated. One of those rewords. I don't know which one it is, but love you guys. I'll see you guys on the next one. If you like these types of videos, please like, share, and subscribe, and I'll see you guys. Peace.